we would like to introduce you to the criteria proposition, a tool used to identify and measure what matters. The criteria proposition is represented by a simple equation expressing the full worth of a solution. As we put this idea into the context of the napkin, we see that it falls into the column of establishing criteria. We would define the criteria proposition as a visual aid to express the full worth of a solution to stakeholders. So, why is it important for us to use? Simply, by using the criteria proposition, we will understand a stakeholder's willingness to commit to an initiative or solution on the basis of what is most valuable to them. Creating and using the criteria proposition is easy. Criteria can be grouped into three equally important categories. Red focuses on measures and metrics specific to the balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statement. These will be of most interest to organizational stakeholders such as CEO, CFO, COO, and the board of directors. Yellow captures measures and metrics specific to efficiency, cycle time, and effectiveness improvements in operations. These will be important to the operational end users. And green highlights infrastructure performance gains in the area of total cost of ownership and operations, which are top of mind to executives within IT and HR. Bringing the criteria proposition to life in a dialogue is easy. It starts by explaining the purpose for the criteria proposition. Stated simply, the criteria proposition highlights the worth of an initiative based on the measures and metrics that matter most to the different stakeholders within an organization. This allows the focus to be on the explicit measures and metrics that should be considered when making important business decisions about initiatives and solutions. After sharing the purpose for the criteria proposition, it is time to get to work. First, make it clear you have taken a first cut to provide illustrative examples of an initiative or solution's potential worth. Emphasize the need for their thoughts and revisions as you review them to ensure you are in agreement. With the groundwork set for collaboration, start with a category that makes the most sense for your audience. For example, if you are talking with HR, start with total cost of ownership and work up. Once stakeholders see the worth in terms they understand, they will want to also know what it will mean for others within their organization. That's all there is to it. Here's an example of a criteria proposition. Hopefully, what you notice is that the criteria proposition organizes the measures and metrics that matter most into categories based on the roles and responsibilities of executives. By calling attention on a single page to each of the categories, the full worth of an initiative or solution will be easier to understand. There are a number of expected outcomes you can count on whenever you use the criteria proposition with a group of stakeholders. These include agreement among stakeholders on key measures and metrics, understanding of the worth of an initiative or solution in terms stakeholders value, consensus and commitment among stakeholders for an initiative or solution. As with all of the Knowledge Advantage engagement aids, there is an ideal time and place to use them. Using the assessment roadmap as our point of reference, the criteria proposition is best used in the problem space during the analysis phase 2.4 to highlight value of solving business problems. Of course, it can also be used in the solution space to ensure key stakeholders review the full potential worth for an initiative or solution. Capturing and presenting the full worth of an initiative or solution is essential. Any less creates unnecessary exposure.